bringing 3,500 Nebraskans and their friends together under one roof for a meal. Governor Jim Pillen calling the Inaugural Ball a celebration of Nebraska. Governor Pillen says it's never been a better time to be a Nebraskan, and we'll have more on that soon. But first, a peek behind the scenes of the celebration. We talked to an executive chef from CHI Health and hear what it took to put this special, all Nebraska-made meal together for all of these people.
The meal tonight is Nebraska-raised potatoes. The meal tonight is Nebraska-raised pork, fed with Nebraska corn and soybeans, and it actually was processed in our plant here in Fremont. So tonight is Nebraska through and through, every square inch of it.
So Nebraska grown and Nebraska raised. Let's take a look behind the scenes to see what it took to get it on the plate.
It was a collaboration between our culinary team and the Pillens. They had an idea for what they wanted, and then back to the logistics of making their pork accessible to us via our friends at Omaha Steaks. We were able to process it all for us, get it here, and then they had a desired way they like to cook as far as temperature and doneness, and we tried to achieve that, you know.
And just so you want to know, to make sure pork is awesome, you get it off the grill at 135 degrees, okay? And then it's perfect.
There's a lot of variables at play, you know.
Oh,
so
that mass quantity.
Yeah.
How many people did it take to serve tonight?
So we have, from a front of house standpoint, we have I think it's a couple hundred servers. And then support staff, front of house managers, and the back of house, we have a handful of chefs and stewarding folks and, 30 team members that have to plate all the meals, right? Serve all the meals, and then wash all the dishes too. So if you can imagine how many just the sheer amount of dishes that a dinner for 3,500 people generate, it's a pretty sizable job. So.
But how many chefs did it take to cook the food?
At least 4 of them had their hands in it. And then we had another 16 or 18 just putting the food on the plate. And then we had another 10 people delivering the food to the areas that the food is served out of. So a lot of hands in it. We couldn't do it without the support staff that we have. We would get nothing done. Jim's daughter Sarah's been really instrumental in kind of putting this whole thing together. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sarah Pillen and Jared Truba and their children William, Hallie, and Ava Truba.
Yeah, everybody wants their pork cooked a little different, right? Some people like it super done. Some people like it a little bit rosy on the inside. It's tough again to cook it to a desired temperature, let it rest, and then plate it up, and then hold it hot until it's time to serve. So it's a little challenging, but we run into that with steaks and different things. So but yeah, again, back to the logistics. It's just a lot of things at play to make it all happen.
I asked, and they said the pork is awesome.
I've been in this building since 2006. So I started as in an hourly position as a cook, and then slowly I've just kind of progressed my way up over the last 16 years in July. So yeah, it's been wild. So that's one way to do it, right? Or there's other ways, but that's my path. Every day is a little different, depending on when I'm here, how late I'm here, how long I'm here. But I'm part kind of leading the orchestra, conducting it, and then part Dr. Phil some days. So I mean, truly, it's really every day is a little different for me. So this facility kind of runs the gamut as far as events that we have, from concerts, Creighton basketball games, 3,500 person dinners, multi-day conferences, and such. And then sometimes they're all happening at the same time. So no 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months are ever the same here. So maybe that's why I've been here for as long as I have. So
Enjoy the challenge?
Yeah, I think every time you are successful, I mean, you always kind kind of Monday morning quarterback yourself. You know, you always look back and you're like, okay, well, we could have done this a little different. And we do that. We take notes and then we kind of compile a comprehensive list of how things we could have done better, you know? And that's kind of how we're always, you know, we're never complacent in that sense. We're always kind of wanting to get better and improve. So
I feel like today was a success.
Ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, yeah. I think hopefully everyone's happy, and you know, you're not always going to please everybody, but we aim to do that and try to be accommodating to special requests and whatnot. So, yeah. So, in my mind, yes, it was a success. No, just thank you for coming, and thank you for shining light on the culinary and the operation here and the behind the scenes kind of at CHI Health Center. So, thank you.
Reporting from the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska, at the Inauguration Ball of Governor Jim Pillen, I'm Melanie Standiford, Midwest Media.
We ask you to
by
fill
Melanie.
him with your strength so that he can keep safe all those you entrust to him, each human being of inestimable worth, and that he will lead with your wisdom our great and beautiful state of Nebraska. We ask all these things through Christ our Lord. Amen.